What a wild, wild week and month it's been. Markets slammed lower today, but by day's end we saw some serious recoveries, which just further solidifies the theme of the week of expect the unexpected. And with PPI on deck for tomorrow morning, we could be in for more fireworks still. We're going to break down what we're seeing, but real quick before we do, if you're new here, welcome to today's stock market summary. And please note that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop. I mean, it really felt like we were falling off a cliff at the open today.
Oh, absolutely. It really is a tale of two markets right now. Because if you just looked at the closing prices, you'd completely miss the drama. We're seeing massive volatility, and stocks are just chopping around as traders try to figure out if the next leg is up or down.
Yeah, it definitely felt indecisive. I was watching the SPY this morning, and it looked like a total capitulation. We just sliced right through.
Right through the support levels, yeah. We did briefly. The SPY slammed right down to the rising support trend line of that falling wedge pattern we've been tracking. But here's the insight. It didn't stay there.
The algorithm stepped in.
Exactly. By the closing bell, the S&P clawed its way back above both the 50-day and 20-day moving averages. That kind of intraday reversal from a bloodbath to a recovery usually hints that there are buyers lurking underneath all that fear.
Right, and it wasn't just the S&P. The small caps, the IWM, looked like they were setting up a trap.
A classic trap. We call it a death hook. It's where the price looks like it'll fail yesterday's breakout and hooks back down to trap all the bulls. It looked terrible this morning, but again, it didn't confirm. The IWM recovered and actually added to yesterday's gains, which gives bulls hope.
But wait, though. Not everything got the memo? We talked yesterday about Apple testing that major resistance line. It didn't break through, did it? Doesn't that worry you for the tech sector?
Well, it is the bearish counterargument, and you're completely right to be skeptical. Apple ran right up to that resistance trend line we mentioned yesterday, hit the literal high of the day, and rejected. Sellers were just waiting there. So the big question is, will it follow through to the downside or break through?
It's definitely a confusing signal. Hey, don't forget, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, let us know in the comments. We want to know what you're tracking to make these videos more relevant, if possible, and we'll do our best to talk about what we see in a future episode. And as always, drop a like if you appreciate these market summaries, and click subscribe too so you can stay updated.
It'll be really interesting to see what you guys are watching because the sector rotation is telling a different story than Apple. While tech stumbled, financials, the XLF, had a stellar upside day, reversing Monday's losses entirely.
And I noticed the transports are waking up too, like the DJT and IYT.
They are sitting in these nice bull pennant patterns. Specifically, look at Old Dominion, ODFL. It's basically winding up like a spring for a potential leg higher. If transports and financials are leading, it suggests the market is broadening out.
Which is wild because technically today was a totally news-light day. Mostly just digesting that NVIDIA earnings fallout.
So what, waiting for the PPI data tomorrow morning? Yeah, total silence on the macro front today.
See, that's the part that gets me. Days like this, where Apple is rejecting, but transports are rallying, and the intraday swings are just huge. It's stressful to know which signal to trust.
That stress comes from uncertainty and frankly from trying to predict rather than react. This is exactly why you need ironclad risk management. You cannot trade this kind of chop on gut feeling. You need disciplined setups and hard stops.
Yeah, easier said than done when the candles are moving that fast.
It is, which is exactly why our Grok Trade mentorship program teaches these specific techniques in depth. We focus on the technical mastery and the psychology so you aren't panic selling the bottom or chasing the top. Having that system is what helps our traders recoup investments and stay calm when things get crazy.
Structure definitely beats emotion. Real quick before we wrap, how are the alternative assets looking?
Very quiet. Bitcoin paused, down about 1% after that massive 8% flip yesterday, and the metals held steady. Gold was up 0.86% and silver added 0.5%. They're acting as the safe haven plays right now.
So we're viewing this mixed close as a healthy digestion of the rally.
I'd say so. It's constructive. But don't take your eyes off that PPI number tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that data could be the match that lights the fuse. It really makes you wonder, what happens to this whole recovery narrative if inflation comes in significantly hotter than anyone expects tomorrow? We will definitely be watching. Have a great rest of the day, everyone, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.